Once upon a chilling night in the quiet town of Ravenshade, a young girl named Amelia wandered into an old toy store that seemed to have been forgotten by time. The air inside was thick with the scent of dust and nostalgia. The shelves were lined with forgotten playthings, their eyes seeming to follow Amelia's every move. As Amelia roamed the dimly lit aisles, her eyes fell upon a peculiar doll tucked away in a corner. Its porcelain face was pale, and its glassy eyes held a haunting gaze that seemed to pierce through the darkness. The doll wore a vintage dress, its fabric faded but still retaining a certain eerie charm. Intrigued by the mysterious allure of the doll, Amelia decided to purchase it. The shopkeeper, a hunched figure with a raspy voice, warned her, "Beware, child. Some toys have a life of their own when the moonlight graces them." Dismissive of the old man's warning, Amelia brought the doll home and placed it on her bedside table. That night, as the moon cast an ethereal glow through her window, something strange occurred. The doll's glass eyes flickered to life, emitting an otherworldly luminescence. A soft whisper echoed through Amelia's room, calling her name in a haunting melody. Mesmerized, she rose from her bed, drawn by an unseen force. The doll, now animated, stood on the wooden floor, its tiny porcelain feet making no sound as it glided across the room. Amelia followed the doll through the shadowy corridors of her home, the air thick with an unsettling stillness. The doll led her to a hidden door in the attic, a door she had never noticed before. As it creaked open, a cold draft filled the room. In the attic, surrounded by forgotten relics and dusty memories, the doll turned to face Amelia. Its glassy eyes seemed to convey a story of longing and sorrow. The whispers grew louder, weaving a tale of a forgotten spirit trapped within the porcelain confines. As the night wore on, Amelia found herself entangled in a spectral dance with the doll, a dance that transcended the boundaries between the living and the ethereal. The doll's haunting presence and the mysterious whispers became an inseparable part of Amelia's nights. The townsfolk noticed the change in Amelia, her once lively eyes now carrying a distant and haunted look. Some claimed to hear faint melodies emanating from her home during the moonlit nights. The old toy store, long abandoned, stood as a silent witness to the eerie connection forged between a girl and a doll, their fates forever intertwined in the shadows of Ravenshade. As the days turned into weeks, Amelia's fascination with the doll deepened. The spectral dance became a nightly ritual, a haunting waltz that echoed through the old house. The doll, with its porcelain face frozen in a melancholic expression, seemed to share a connection with Amelia that transcended the boundaries of the living and the supernatural. Rumors spread through Ravenshade about Amelia's peculiar behavior and the eerie occurrences in her home. Some believed she had become a conduit for the spirits of the past, while others whispered about the cursed doll that had ensnared her soul. One moonlit night, as the whispers reached a fevered pitch, Amelia found herself standing in the attic once again. The doll, bathed in an ethereal glow, beckoned her towards a dusty old mirror. As Amelia gazed into its tarnished surface, the reflection that stared back was not her own. In the mirror, Amelia saw the visage of a young girl from a bygone era, her eyes reflecting a deep sense of longing. The doll, now standing beside her, whispered the forgotten tale of a lost soul yearning for release. It spoke of an ancient curse that bound them together, a curse only broken by an act of selfless sacrifice. Determined to free the spirit trapped within the porcelain vessel, Amelia embarked on a quest to unravel the mysteries of Ravenshade's haunted past. Guided by the whispers and the spectral presence of the doll, she uncovered forgotten secrets buried beneath the town's history. As Amelia delved deeper into the shadows, she unearthed a long-forgotten tragedy that had befallen a young girl named Isabella, the very spirit bound to the doll. Isabella's soul had been ensnared by a malevolent force seeking eternal companionship. With newfound purpose, Amelia set out to break the curse. She faced trials that tested her courage and resolve, navigating the twisted corridors of a spectral realm that existed between worlds. The doll, once a source of fear, became her steadfast companion in this otherworldly journey. In the heart of Ravenshade, Amelia confronted the malevolent force that held Isabella captive. With a selfless act of courage, she shattered the chains that bound the ghostly girl to the porcelain doll. As moonlight flooded the scene, Isabella's spirit ascended, leaving behind a sense of peace that had long eluded her. The doll, now lifeless once more, crumbled into porcelain shards. Amelia, freed from the spectral dance, returned to the waking world with a newfound wisdom and a haunted tale to tell. Ravenshade, forever changed by the events that unfolded, bore witness to the ephemeral connection between the living and the spirits that linger in the shadows of forgotten memories.